Mark, on January 9th, 2014, we met for the first time at Wash U orientation night. I never thought that walking into that room I would meet the love of my life / future husband. Since the day we first met, 1,794 days ago, you have changed my life in so many ways. Each day we are together, I learn something new. You have made me a better person and shown me a new outlook on life. I love you for so many reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is that you love me even with all my flaws. You never laugh at me when I talk to myself constantly, or when I get super OCD about cleaning, another unfortunate habit since birth. You respect my habit of being a homebody, but you have pulled me out of my hermit shell in so many ways. Oh yes! Oh my God, she spent so much money on this. This is awesome. These are small things, but you have made me love you in so many ways. Most importantly, though, I love how you make me feel. Every day I am with you, I feel like a queen.
I was very fortunate that I've had two great daughters growing up. It was about when she was 8 years old. We had gotten dumped on pretty good with a huge snowstorm. Okay, they had 2 days off from school. So the first day, she went sledding with her friends at a little park area with a little plastic dish. Okay, and she'd go down and it was like, oh yeah, that's fine. But then Dad gets the idea, well, you know what? If we're gonna go sledding, we're gonna go and do sledding. We're gonna go to Art Hill.
Oh my God! This is so pretty. Oh my God, finally get to wow.
So we're not going there with this little disc. Dad gets the idea that we're gonna go get a truck inner tube, okay? Well, there's about 200-300 other sledders out there. Fast sledders going down so they don't go in. So I get up there and she's all ready to go, and did I mention that there's a little rope she can hang on to and you can't steer this thing at all? Because I realized she can't stop. I finally catch up to her, and there's other people around her, and I'm dusting her off and she's got snow everywhere, and I'm thinking she's crying. And as I finally clean off all the things, she is laughing hysterically, okay? And I go, Alex, are you okay? And she goes, Dad, that was so cool. Can we do it again? And then she looked at me and I knew the bond was forever. She goes, and we won't tell Mom. I knew at that time my daughter was my little girl.
You like it? It's gorgeous. The leaves come out.
It's beautiful. Oh gosh, tell you gotta be
Give me another hug. We made it.
all the way.
As I was walking her up the aisle today, and I was going to give her hand to Mark, I realized I was giving away my daughter, but I was never going to be giving up my little girl.
and it's not often you get to express to someone how important she is to you. I often use the term heart beeps with my students to represent those moments in life that are a little more special, that make your heart flutter. And being your big sister has given me a lifetime of heart beeps. From the little girl who had to have 10 plus stuffed animals surrounding her in bed and insisted on reading the same little critter book over and over and over. Whether we were attempting to make cake pops, convincing the piano player to play Backstreet Boys, insisting on a second full-size candy bar on a flight across the Pacific, or live texting Vanderpump Rules every Monday, we have laughed until it hurts, talked and listened until we felt better, shared adventures, and created countless memories. So what I ask is this, that you promise to love each other because her heart is big and generous and she cares deeply about people. Promise me to protect each other because she always looks out for the ones she loves without question. And promise me to enjoy every heartbeat along the way. I love you both, as do all the people gathered here tonight.
Alex and I met almost 10 years ago in college at Missouri State. Let's hear it. Go Bears! When we first met, we were both young college freshmen just trying to figure out how to get through the day, more or less those next 4 years. But as hard of a worker as Alex is, she's also a better friend. Alex is always the first one I call for advice, help, or just to vent. It's been fun watching the two of you grow together, and I look forward to the many adventures yet to come.
So I met Mark on September 18th, 2005. The one good thing about living away from Mark is I get excited every time I get to come back into town. All the guys show up, we go out, usually revert back to the maturity of our college days. I know how much I look forward to the weekend, and all the guys look forward to the weekend too. When Mark said he wants me to meet his girlfriend in a room full of guys who are circling like sharks, looking for any reason to make fun of one another, I knew when he's letting a girl crash our guys' weekend, he was willing to risk it all for her. So Alex, when Mark told me that, I knew this day could happen before I even met you. Alex is one of a kind. Anyone that has the patience to withstand Mark's antics, throwing a hyper dog in a small apartment, she's basically Wonder Woman at this point. Your story as a married couple begins tonight, and I'm looking forward to the exciting and memorable chapters in front of you. To Mark and Alex.
When I had a big high school tennis match coming up and he knew that he could come out and support, Mark believed in me. When I have a hunch about a really good fantasy football pick for the week coming up, Mark believes in me sometimes. Whether he knows it or not, that support and belief that an older brother like him has in his younger brother has gone a tremendous way in helping to shape the person I've become today.